Hey there, welcome to LC Yoga. My name is Laura, and today we're doing freeform, which means we're gonna break out of the box that is traditional yoga and move. So if you're ready, get on your mat and I'll meet you there. We'll begin today in a wide-legged stance. So face the side of your mat and let your feet go wide. Let your toes turn out. You want your hands or your feet to be about under your hands when you reach your arms out to the side. And just bend the knees slightly and kind of feel the bones supporting the pelvis. Close the eyes. Maybe turn the palms out and rest them on the thighs. Just slight bend to the knees, not a deep knee bend. And just start to breathe deep. Just try inhaling through the nose and then exhale through an open mouth. Make a sound. Just sigh it out. A couple more times. If closing the eyes messes with the balance, maybe open the eyes slightly and just look down the nose at the floor out in front of you. Now place your hands on your lower ribs and breathe into that. Let your hands move with the breath. So inhaling, you feel the ribs go side to side and then let it out. A couple more times. Last time. Release the hands, and as you inhale, sweep them out to the sides and up. And then let them come back down. Bend the knees. Inhale, do that again. Straightening the legs as the arms go up, and then bending deep as they go back down. A couple more times. Just linking breath and movement. This time when the arms come up, straightening the legs, start to bend over toward the left. And turn so that your chest is going up toward the sky. And then come back to center and take that to the other side. Just get a little length in the side waist. And come back to center, bend in the knees. And we're going to do that with breath. We're going to take some side bends. But as we do, you're going to put one hand down, the other one comes up, turning up. So you're getting a nice healthy stretch. Go to the left first, and then the right. Now here's where the free form comes in. Just start to move as you need. So maybe you're hanging out, just feeling the stretch, dropping the hips down. Letting the armpit go away from the foot. Or maybe you're just inhaling to one side and exhaling to the other. And just feel that in the body. Feel like, what do I need today? Just do that for another few breaths. If you've been sitting a lot, you might be really feeling that in the side waist. Get that movement going. Breathe it out through an open mouth. Deep breaths in. Now maybe you're just hanging out side to side. Maybe you're going a little faster. Whatever you're doing, kind of come back to center. Straighten the legs. Let the toes go a little forward. Reach your arms up toward the sky and then fold it forward. Bend into the knees and bring the hands to the floor. Bend those knees as deeply as they need to be. And just start to tilt the pelvis forward so you're tilting your sit bones up toward the sky. Deep breath in through the nose, let it out through an open mouth. And as you do so, let the legs get a little longer. Now we're going to walk the hands over toward the right foot. So turn your right foot out toward the right. So now you're kind of in a lunge, you're in a warrior two stance. And then come on up into a reverse warrior. And then straighten the front leg, tilt the pelvis forward. Right hand down, left arm up, and then over the head for extended triangle. And we're going to flow like that. And again, you can take these poses nice and slow. Reverse warrior, left hand down, right arm overhead. To triangle. Bending into the front knee as much as you need. Reaching overhead, turning up toward the sky. Or you can just start flowing back and forth. Inhaling up, exhaling down, triangle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, triangle. Just keep going like that. Hips and side waist. Getting mobile, getting open. Whatever you need. A couple more times, a couple more breaths wherever you are. And then come on up to center. Feet go forward, arms go up toward the sky, and then fold it forward, bending into the knees. And we'll stretch again here in the middle. Now here, maybe you want to bend one knee and then the other, getting into the inner thigh, get that stretched out in the adductor muscles. Maybe you're bending into the knees and tilting the pelvis up toward the sky. It's re-straightening the legs. If your head's too close to the ground, maybe bring the feet closer together. Just move around and find what you need here. And you also might want to place one hand on the ground and then twist and reach the other hand up toward the sky. One side and then the other. Maybe more side lunges. You choose. Deep breaths in. Deep breaths out. And then we're going to walk the hands over toward the left and come on up into a reverse warrior on this side. Same. So maybe hang out in reverse warrior for a little bit. Maybe tilt the pelvis forward, left hand down, right arm overhead for extended triangle. I always like to start with doing the pose for a few breaths, let it marinate a little, and then add the motion. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Keep the breath nice, long and deep. Every time you go into triangle, use that bottom hand to twist you up toward the sky. A couple more breaths here. And then come back to center and we'll do that again. Sweep the arms overhead and come on down, folding forward. Same thing, bend one knee and then the other. Maybe add those twists. You may also want to go from side angle to side angle. So coming over toward the right foot, fingertips to the ground, twisting up and looking toward the sky as the right or the left arm goes overhead. Walk the hands back toward the left foot, same thing. Do that a few times and really get into those hips. Or you can keep hanging out in a forward fold, doing the twists. All of the above, just moving through everything. Side lunge to side lunge. Side angle to side angle. Folding forward. I love this free form because it really sort of forces me to go, what do I need? I'm really paying attention to my joints, my muscles, and opening everything up. Inhale and exhale. A few more rounds here. Go super slow. You can do just one pose. Choose your adventure. Now I'm going to straighten my arms and walk my hands over toward my left foot, plant the hands, and step it back to a downward dog. Knees are bent, hips going up toward the sky, press the fingertips. And you may just want to hang out here in downward dog, or maybe add Anahatasana, heart chakra pose. You back up your feet so your heels are up, and then press your chest through your shoulders, making a ski jump out of your torso. Stretch the shoulders and the chest. Or come back to a regular downward dog. Lowering the knees to the ground, sit back on the heels. And place the backs of your hands on your thighs. Close the eyes and just feel. Just take a moment to check in here. So from here, start to think, do you need a little more side stretching? Maybe back bending? And we'll run through a little bit of both. So if you want to do the side stretching, scoot your hips over toward the left so you're off your feet. And then place your right hand down and turn toward the left as much as you can. Twist toward the left arm up and overhead, and start to side bend toward the right. It's just an awesome side stretch. Just breathe into that. And then maybe take the other side. If you really feel tight in the hips, you may want to just hang out there. The outer hips, side waist. From here, we're going to go into camel if you want some back bending. If you don't want some back bending, you can keep doing this side to side or a real long time on each side. Deep breaths. If you're coming with me and you want to do camel, come up, stand up on your knees and curl the back toes under. Press the hips forward so you're curling the tailbone under and tilting the pelvis back. You press the hips forward, chest goes up and away from the back toes. Hands to the lower back or the hips. Press the chest up and start to bend back. No crunching in the lower back. If that's good, hang out right there. If you want to grab your heels, go ahead, but have a good reason why. Maybe the head goes back. Camel pose. Pressing the hips forward continuously. And then come on up and sit back on the heels. Back to the hands, to the thighs, close the eyes. And if you're still side bending, keep doing that. Breathe deep. Press that armpit up and away from your toes. We're going to do camel a couple more times. Or you can continue your side bending. Or you can do a combination. For camel, come on up, curl those toes under. Hips go forward as you scoop the pelvis forward. Press the hips, Hands to the lower back, chest up. I'm going to stay here this time. Just staying up like this lets me forget about the deepest expression of the pose and just press the chest up and away from my feet, just aiming the curve into the upper spine. And wherever you are, release and come on back. Sit down, close the eyes. And just feel the energy of the back bend. If you want to take camel again, take a couple more breaths here, and then find your camel pose. If you want to move back to side bending, which I do, go ahead and do that. Shifting the hips up, gentle side bend, opening the lower back and side waist. Sitting a lot, so that area right there, real tight. We're going to add some twisting to get into that a little bit more. All right, and wherever you are, come to sit with your feet out in front. And first, we'll do a little forward folding. So left foot into the right thigh, right leg goes out in front of you. Plant the heel, pull the hip back. And we'll take Janu, just stretching into the right leg. Press the chest forward. Now here the hands can be behind you. It can be out in front. Maybe you grab the outer edge of the right foot. Press the chest forward. Deep breaths. Now you can hang out there, and if you want to counter pose that, we'll take Stargazer. Place the left hand fingertips behind, lift the hips, and reach up and overhead. Pressing the hips forward, a little back bend. And if you want to take that in a flow, you can bend forward, and then Stargazer, lift the hips up and over. Inhaling as you lift the hips up, exhaling as you lower them and stretch it out. Feel free to just stay in Janu, stretching into the leg. And wherever you are, come back to center. We'll just take the other side. So right foot in, left foot out, plant the heel, pull the hip back. Press the chest forward, lower back is long. Maybe close the eyes, really feel. Stretch because of how it feels, not how it looks. I'm not worried about that. Now hang out there, or you can add the Stargazer, placing the right hand behind, hips go up, and back down, exhaling. Stretch, inhale it up, and exhale it down. A couple more times like that, or stay still. Come back to center. Bottom of the feet together, knees at the side. Baddha Konasana. Press the chest forward again. Fingertips behind or out in front. Now here you can just lean into the hips. And let that open. You also might want to sit up straight and add a little twist. And twisting toward the right, press the right fingertips behind, left hand, right knee. And then the other side. or just lean into Baddha Konasana. This twisting feels awesome, so I'm going to stick with this. Upper back and shoulders with no tweaking in the shoulders, twisting from the belly button. You'll feel a nice stretch and compression in the upper back. So good. Now, wherever you are, come back to center, come on up to sit. Maybe windshield wipe the legs back and forth. Just gonna counterpose that a little. And then lie down onto your back. Now again, choices. So you can let the feet go up toward the sky. Maybe just stretch long into the legs if you feel like you need a last stretch. Grab the toes or the calves, maybe backs of the knees. Just bring them toward you. You can do this one leg at a time. So you may want to extend one leg out and press the heel and the toes up toward the sky. Bend the knee as much as you need to, keeping the shoulder on the ground. And you can do this on each side, or you can have both legs up. Maybe you want to twist, taking the left or the right knee over toward the left. Reaching the right arm out toward the right, and use the hand on the right knee to pull it across. Just close the eyes. Wherever you are, imagine those fibers and muscles getting longer and wider as they release. You can hold in your leg stretch or your twist, or maybe switching between the two. And you may want to reach your left hand to the outside of the right foot. Stretch it out and then roll it over toward the left and press the heel out, really getting into the outer hip. It's a little intense. You may just want to stretch that leg or do the normal one knee twist. Normal. I don't like the word normal. Traditional? That's better. Send the shoulder into the ground if you are twisting. Wherever you are, come back to center, both legs up. Long-legged stretch, bending the knees, shoulders on the ground. Maybe take it one-legged. Right leg goes out on the floor this time. Stay there as long as you like. If you want to come with me, right hand, left knee, roll toward the right, and twist it out. Left shoulder's on the ground. To center, both legs up one more time. Maybe you've been here the whole time. Draw the knees in toward the chest. Place the bottoms of the feet on the ground, and then stretch the legs long. Feet flop open, hands flop open to the sky, palms up, Shavasana. Breathe deep. sink into the floor. The earth has got you. There's no more work to do. Stay here as long as you like, absorbing this energy. When you're ready, bend into the knees, bring the bottoms of the feet to the floor. Hands to the upper thighs. Draw the knees in toward the chest, and then make your way up to sit. Find a comfortable seat. Backs of the hands to the knees, close the eyes. And just notice how you feel. I know it wasn't pure free form because I was giving you some instruction, but I encourage you to try this on your own. Put some music on, whatever your favorite music is. If you feel like being chill, make it nice and slow. If you feel like moving, favorite music, and just move in a way that feels awesome. Stretch. Use whatever yoga poses you know, or maybe not yoga poses, and just move in the way that feels great. And if you do that about 30 minutes, amazing feeling. I hope you enjoyed this class. Namaste. Thanks for joining me. If you enjoyed today's class, come find me over on lcyoga.com. There you'll find all kinds of content that doesn't exist here on YouTube. With a 30-day free trial, you'll find commercial-free complete beginner series, intermediate flows, workshops, at-home retreats, challenges, lots of stuff to help you grow and expand your practice. So start your 30-day free trial at lcyoga.com, and I'll see you there.